points in the paint. He told me we can't let them get comfortable inside. What'll hurt us.
Going ahead, modern.
I know you're big and deep.
Bogut
Ball into open.
Here we go. The miss by his first just around to Henson.
And watching James Harden, the amount of shots he is able to create for himself, position greatest all day, but really the last decade.
Harden, he's been for MVP. The way he's been.
I think he'd won it last year if it wasn't for the amazing season being by Russell Harden out. He's such a, maybe this will be his year to bring home that MVP award.
Just 2 to shoot. Parker with a clean look. Connects from three-point range. Parker's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Parker liking to pull the trigger from that spot. That one got off pretty quick.
Back to Paul. Beyond the arc. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. And we watch Giannis out there. He just looked unstoppable, Greg, at times. The way he's able to attack the rim, the blend of size, speed, and length is just unparalleled in the NBA.
And it's the movement that throws you off with Giannis. One step, and he's gone from the 3 line to the rim. There isn't any way to stop someone that skilled who's that big. Yeah, it looked like they tried to shoot their way out of the slump, and that didn't work. They got to go back and regroup.
Well, no matter how hard it's been, you want to stay positive, stay focused, and maybe a couple shots will get you right back in it.
Tony Snell's checked in for Milwaukee. Terry comes in for Eric Bledsoe. The Rockets also changing it up. Ryan Anderson, he's checked in for Mbah a Moute. And it's Johnson in for P.J. Tucker. Snell, no good.
Yeah, and the effort and anticipation on defense won't show up in the individual stat sheet, but effective.
Yeah, he takes a nice angle on it. He doesn't get the block, but he does get the alter.
Here's Terry. James Harden picking up that last basket. And Paul over to help. Knocks it loose and out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Rockets ball. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. Harden outside. No good on the triple.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Now in the scoring column with that deuce. 1 for 2 this game.
It's going to take a little more to get Antetokounmpo off of his mark there. Adept at finishing those difficult shots.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. To the wing right side. And Harden wide open. He shoots. They get it again. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Terry with it. Chris Paul covering. Antetokounmpo can't get it to go.
A highlight reel play all the way. Just can't connect.
Man, what a missed opportunity there. Really just came down to some poor timing.
1:24 left in the first. Harden kicks to Paul. Takes a shot at the elbow.
Well, Henson's an explosive leaper and really active on that play.
Here's Antetokounmpo, and the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Out quickly, then the beautiful execution. You can't do it any better.
There's running the floor, and then there's running the floor with purpose, and I love the energy on this play.
And that one, good.
And I ask you, what can you do? This guy is a phenomenal decision maker.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. Well, Greg, the Bucks can be a fearsome defense when things are clicking.
And the Bucks will do it with several approaches. I mean, great numbers in terms of steals and blocks. They force a lot of turnovers with their pressure and ball hawking skill. It's just a matter of when the offense can catch up to the defense.
A different look for Milwaukee. Wilson, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Jabari Parker comes in for Tony Snell. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Chris Middleton. And a switch here also for Houston. Nene's checked in. Now here's Bledsoe. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Wilson the pass to Bledsoe. And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That's his first foul. On defense, the Rockets, they trail by 1. Stolen by Anderson.
And you saw him gauging that pass there. He knew they were coming inside with it and got in position for the steal.
Defense has to feel fortunate. Somehow he missed that opportunity, and still there's no reason for them to give up that kind of open shot.
Really good job there. That's the definition of the inside-out game.
Harden can't hit.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Paul kicks to Harden. Anderson outside. With 1 on the clock, and released it in time, but it's off the mark. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. The Bucks on top, leading by 3. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Love the pace they're playing with. Anytime you can get your offense going without the defense setting up, got a huge advantage.
You see it so often. A player will languish in one system, then flourish in another. Brent, during your 14-year career, which coach's system fit you the best?
Well, I think my years in Seattle, we opened up the offense a little bit, had the opportunity to play more of a point off guard. But I also enjoyed the structure of what Greg Popovich's system in San Antonio offered up as well. It's always interesting, Kevin, with players who are languishing on benches for other ball clubs, how general managers start to assess whether that guy can be part of something great if they were to bring him in. I had the opportunity to play for a lot of great coaches and thought that I mixed up my game enough to make it a long career.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. They've got Johnson. Nene is out there with Anderson. Then there's Gerald Green, and it's Paul in at the 1 spot. Gordon's checked in for Paul. Now Gordon. On the wing, Green. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Bucks leading by 5. Here's Middleton. He dishes it to Henson. And John Henson with the slam.
They don't want John Henson getting in that close. Feels like he could just reach up while he's on the ground and still get that done.
Timeout called, the Rockets. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
And last year, one of the bigger surprises in the NBA, the Houston Rockets.
And remember, absent Dwight Howard, a lot of people thought maybe they're going to take a step back. And in the year where several other super teams in the league kind of took a step forward, the Rockets were able to hold their own. The team has a system that works, and they have bought into it. And top to bottom, they've been making smart decisions.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Mbah-a-Moute's checked in for Anderson. P.J. Tucker comes in for Joe Johnson. And it's Harden in for Green. Tucker can't get it to go. Bucks leading by 7. Middleton outside. This is to Bledsoe. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Bledsoe's got his first points in this one.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Out to the right wing. And Mbah-a-Moute dishes to Harden. Feeds it to Gordon. Back to Harden. Just 5 on the clock. Kept alive by Houston. Gordon, the pass to Mbah-a-Moute. The dish to Harden. Over in the corner, Mbamute. He had a nice open look right there. For Milwaukee, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Antetokounmpo against Mbamute. Antetokounmpo kicks to Henson. Stolen by Middleton. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Henson's shot is off. Inside, here's Nene. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And you don't like to concede the free throws, but it's better than getting flushed on.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league. And when you watch this Rockets team, you can see just how explosive they are on the offensive end. Almost everyone on the floor can hurt you from deep, and they all know their role and execute it to a T.
And both free throws good for Nene. And last season, the Rockets' offense was incredible. Then they go and add Chris Paul.
They can run a team off the floor if they get hot. 2 great playmakers in Paul and Harden. And making a move for Paul made a lot of teams fear what the Rockets can do now on offense.
Now, here is Harden. He's got 8. Pass to Nene. On the wing, Eric Gordon. 5 on the clock. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Pushing it up. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Good awareness from EB there. He knows that's his job. Get the ball to the open guys as the point guard.
Here's Harden. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Harden's got 10 points.
I'm not sure why anyone would leave him alone at that range. Head scratcher.
And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That's his first foul. Terry dishes to Zeller. And it's Terry off the drive. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
You look up and down this Bucks roster, and you have to do that. Up and down and over and side to side. Just so much length with this team. Giannis is certainly the biggest name with the biggest wingspan, but guys like Thon Maker and Tony Snell defensively, they've got great reach as well.
Houston making some changes. Clint Capella comes in for Nene. And Paul subbed in for Eric Gordon. And Brent, it seems like the Bucks are always adding length to their team.
Well, when most teams have gone smaller with their lineups, Milwaukee, very curiously, has collected a lot of longer players that they think can go out and do a multitude of things to make their roster a little bit more futuristic.
It's Harden with the drive and Parker with the block.
How about the reach from Parker? Extends his arms way up that time to get the block.
Nice shot by Terry. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Down low. Good on that shot. With that, the Bucks' lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Harden.
That's a gorgeous assist. Outstanding at finding his guys in the spots where they want the basketball.
Now here's Terry. He has 6. Right wing. Kilpatrick passes to Terry. Parker left side. Mbamute with the steal. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Paul with the 3. The rebound by the Bucks.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass. And the contested 3 is not your objective. One more maybe.
Here is Harden. 1 second left. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Chris Middleton. Chris, it seemed like you all were dictating.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
The first half in the books. This is Ernie Johnson. This is Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ken Smith. Welcome back,
Ken?
as we break down the action. A competitive matchup for Milwaukee in the first quarter. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. Their play in the second quarter was inspired as they turned what had been a tight contest into a 10-point ball game by the time we reached halftime. Shaq, let's get your take on Milwaukee.
Well, it was an unselfish, team-oriented half of basketball. The ball never stopped moving. Their offense had a great flow to it. It prevented anyone from getting lazy out there. They're always moving, cutting, knowing where they need to pass the ball, Ernie.
And over to Kenny. And that wraps up halftime as the game is...
You know it's a bucket if you got your hands down. I grind every summer, so it's going in now.
Welcome back to the Great Lakes. We're back on the shores of Lake Michigan here in Milwaukee, in the buildings in the background at Sunset in Wisconsin. The second half just about to get going here. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
And let's see what the defense counters with to try and control him here in the second half.
Well, he has been dominant.
When it comes, Brent, to the subject of intimidation, there are certain players who are just downright scary, intimidating to play against.
Insert one Rudy Gobert. I mean, has this guy in Utah not done a great job, Kevin, of manning up the middle in ways that we haven't seen for quite some time? Both him and Hassan Whiteside, along with DeAndre Jordan, those guys are pretty good down deep in the paint.
Absolutely. Terry is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Jabari Parker. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Henson in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group for Milwaukee right now.
You know how you want to tell people don't let Giannis get too close? Well, one step past half court, he's too close.
Rockets trail by 12. To the right side. Anderson wide open. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Anderson's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. On the wing, Terry. He's got 6. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Houston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Anderson kicks to Mbamute. Middleton against Harden. Back to Mbamute. Just 5 to shoot. Launches a 3. That one doesn't go. And Milwaukee the other way now. Here's Antetokounmpo, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Houston gets called for the foul.
You hear the coaches talk about Giannis and his drive to be great. And he continues to add something different to his game every year.
The Bucks have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. That one is off.
Another remarkable thing to me about Giannis is the way that he's improved so quickly and solidified the fundamental part of the game. Giannis didn't grow up playing basketball. We've heard that story before, but jumping from the Greek second division to the NBA, what a gigantic difference of competition, and he's risen to the level.
Outside Gordon. Shoots. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Gordon gets the pass there and takes off for the jump shot before the defense could react.
Middleton dishes to Parker. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here. And with Giannis's background is really something incredible. Very modest beginnings. But Brett, he's put in a lot of work to make sure he's a basketball success.
There are some players, Kevin, who just understand what it takes to be in the NBA, and Giannis is one of them. But what he's done, Kevin, is he's realized his potential. He sees what's out there, and he wants to maximize it all. And every year he's taking a leap, and those leaps seem to be bounds.
The Bucks making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in. Now a timeout called by Houston.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Chris Paul, he's checked in for the Rockets. Rockets trail by 11. To the paint, here's Capella. Rebounded by the Bucks. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the jam by Antetokounmpo.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
And that was Under Armour bringing you that replay. Unleash chaos. And what a play it was. Drains it from beyond the arc. Anderson's got his second basket of the night.
Love to see it when he pulls up from the outside. A big guy with tremendous range is a prized commodity in today's NBA.
And as he gets later and later in his career, it is clear that Chris Paul is one of the great point guards Brent ever to play.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Chris Paul could be the second greatest point guard ever to play in the NBA. Certainly has never dominated the way that Magic Johnson has, and most of that because of the height and not looking to score as much. But he's right there on that Stockton level, that Isaiah Thomas level. Appreciate the way he goes about his business. When the Bucks ownership changed just a few years back, you could feel that there was a change for the direction of this basketball club, and they're much more focused on building from the draft, taking a lot of young players that have tremendous potential and seeing where they can go. They're doing everything they can to make this a great free agent destination. The new arena will help that.
Rockets trail by 14. And there's the feed to Capella. Over to the wing. Here's Tucker. Buries it from three-point range.
Timeout.
Tucker's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Timeout called the Bucks. And with the Bucks in this current ownership approach, you can really see it off the court as well. They've done a great job of reaching out to the community.
I love the investment that they've made in the team. The new downtown arena is coming along. The rebrand looks awesome. I love the new logo and the color scheme that they play with and the court. A lot of attention to the details, and they've put together a pretty exciting young roster. That's the most important part.
Wilson, he's checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Black's checked in for Houston. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Bledsoe with it. Over Paul. It's rebounded by Paul.
And you got to give him credit there. Great effort to contest that shot.
Well, I love the fact that they put the security system on their house, protecting the paint there.
Black in the post. He's against Wilson. Outside Gordon. Offline with his three. Milwaukee leading by 11. Out to the right wing. And the basket by Kilpatrick. Kilpatrick's got 5. There's 1:17 left to play in the third. Passes to Black. And here's Anderson from the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Bledsoe passes to Zeller. And the jam by Tyler Zeller.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Rockets trail by 12. Capella inside. He's covered by Zeller. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, I like how Chris Paul resets the floor on that possession. Very quick on how he distributes the ball there.
Bledsoe kicks to Zeller. Banked in off the glass. Zeller's got 4 this quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash-mouth physical basketball, guys.
A 3 from Anderson. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Anderson's got it back down to within single digits for the Rockets. Bledsoe dishes to Zeller. Pass to Kilpatrick. And stolen by Gordon. Paul outside. He feeds it to Black. Takes a 3. The shot misses.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, I think coaches right here are always talking about the extra pass, and a contested three is not your objective. One more, maybe.
And so it's the Milwaukee Bucks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their defense has been active and effective. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up. 2K Sports, happy to have you with us. Rockets trail by 9. Fourth quarter on the court for the Rockets. Chris Paul and Gordon are the backcourt pair. Then it's Clint Capella. Then there's Anderson. And it's Black in at the 4-man position. Here's Paul. Drills the elbow jumper. Paul's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Rockets. Parker passes to Henson. Back to Parker. He kicks it to Bledsoe. Antetokounmpo dishes to Henson. Bledsoe, it's deflected. Gordon against Middleton. Anderson kicks to Gordon. Lets it go from 11 and off the front iron, and in it goes.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And Eric Gordon has long been noted as a terrific shooter, but I felt like he was able to display just how great he can be last season. Had that green light whenever he was on the floor, and really near the top of the league in terms of threes attempted and made.
Jason Terry is checked in for the Bucks. Houston also making some changes. Nene, he's checked in for Tariq Black. And James Harden subbed in for Paul. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened to what the head coach from Milwaukee was getting across to his team in the huddle. He still wants them to be aggressive and assertive on offense. He said, I don't want us to get content with this lead. Build on it. Don't give them any chance of getting back in this thing. Evan?
Here's Parker. Terry outside. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Anderson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. And for Gordon, he's been a great catch-and-shoot player in the past, Greg. The difference last season was the improvement in his pull-up threes.
And there is a world of difference between shooting a three off the pass as opposed to off the dribble. The pull-up threes are what make players like Steph Curry so hard to guard. And when Gordon added that to his game, I think it helped his overall ability to score the basketball.
It's trailed by 7. The pass to Nene. Doubled by Henson. Here's Capella. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Chris Middleton.
You know, we talk so much about accurate shooting. Sometimes accurate passing can lead to great shooting. You saw it there.
And that one misses. Bucks leading by 5. Here's Terry. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Parker. 8 points for Jason Terry.
That's a good read by Jabari, a solid passer, and he knew he could reward a teammate that time.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Terry kicks to Middleton. Stolen by Harden. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Remember, back in 2012, James Harden was the 6th man of the year. Now, he's every bit the franchise player.
And he knocks down the first one. And the Rockets making a change here. And Baamute's checked in. Harden hits them both.
Kevin, these are easy points. Remember, free throws.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Terry. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's going to be on James Harden.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
First one falls for him.
And team-wide, they've been terrific from the line here. Just one of those nights when the confidence has spread from one player to the next.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
The offensive rebound, and out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Now a timeout called by Milwaukee.
And he's probably looking at some matchups on the floor he'd like to take advantage of.
I'm interested in what he's seeing and then what kind of play they run coming out of this timeout.
Bucks making a change here. Wilson's checked in, and a switch here also for Houston. Paul's checked in. Timeout called the Bucks. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. And there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That'll be his second foul of the game. Rockets on defense. 4-point game.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Ball against Terry. Outside Wilson. Pass to Kilpatrick. Wilson inside. Capella's there.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
And now Parker pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And the dunk by Parker.
The former number 2 pick overall, Jabari Parker, demonstrating some real poise on that play, and that's an important bucket for the club.
Rockets trail by 4. In the corner, Harden, this one for 3, and a great assist by Paul as that one goes in.
And taking a technical there is the last thing you want to do. The opposite of smart basketball.
One drops. He ties it up.
A good guy to have on the free throw line when the score is close, and he takes care of business as usual.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. And Baamute with it. Now guarded by Middleton. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Brown, he's checked in for Chris Middleton. The Bucks have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Harden. Over in the corner, Paul. Harden outside. Back to Paul. to take the lead. Another miss by Houston. And the Bucks, they're shooting an incredible 64% from the field in this game. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Capella. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
Yeah, unfortunately, just poor execution there. You cannot give the ball away at this point in the game.
Now a timeout called by Houston. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden.
And to me, the best part of his game has been the work he's done inside. I mean, slashing, driving the lane, attacking the basket at every chance. When he's had an opening, he's taken it.
A different look from Milwaukee. Maker comes in for John Henson, and it's Terry in for Eric Bledsoe. On offense here, the Bucks. There's 42 seconds left in the game. Terry, the pass to Parker. The Bucks working the ball around. Harden outside. Buries the triple.
Oh, that is the play of the game.
Nothing more rewarding than hitting the big shot for your team.
Terry kicks to Antetokounmpo. Here's the screen. Out of hand on it. They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Terry, that's a 2. And again, the Bucks miss.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Well, being aggressive is one thing, but aggression with control is another, and you need both elements working together.
So it's a narrow victory for the Rockets, pulling it out for the W. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. James, congrats on the win. What got it done for you at the end tonight?
Just being aggressive. I told my guys on the court that we had to make a run, and it had to be a good one. Defensively, we did a pretty good job down the stretch. We got some shots to fall and came with the victory.
Great play tonight, James. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.